We are at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation for a special Thursday night edition of the Arenalacrosseleague with the Brampton Express visiting the Paris Riverwolves. Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions, starting goalies for tonight's game. For the Express, it'll be Lucas Nagy. Comes in with a 1-1 record. His goals against average is 14. And Connor O'Toole will start for the Riverwolves. 2-0 record. 12.87 is his goals against. He gets the nod. And officials for tonight's game, another outstanding crew. Of course, it's Mac Daddy Abbott. He's the crew chief. Brad Fennell and Mark Smith, if that really is his real name, will be joining him for the threesome in stripes. As we get set to go here, of course, Brampton comes in 5-5, currently sitting in fourth place. The Riverwolves, well, they have been hot. They sit with a 7-3 record. They own third spot, and they also own opening possession of this game. They'll go to work on offense first. Set the offense for you, of course, Curtis Woodland with the ball right now. One of the mainstays, one of the leading scorers for this Paris team. Noah Simonelli looking for a step. Ryan Pavic in the lineup. Good defense by the Express. They close that off. They'll work it up into the offensive end. Colin Matthews will slow things down. They'll wait for their offensive unit to come out, and it's Curtis Ward working half boards left side. Looking to make a move. Zips it over. Carter Zavitz on that crease. Mikhail Chellin, and Chellin had it popped loose, and Luke Van Scheppen's going to scoop that up. He's got Hunter Agus with him, but they don't have the numbers. Good transition defense, and now it's Josh Rex. Rex had a notion, got turned away. They'll swing it around. Big Andy Campbell on that left side. He'll look to filter in, try to roll, get close to the net. Medeiros working him over, dump in, probably an ill-advised pass with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and it'll come back the other way with Jeremy Searle. Searle will stay out there on offense. Jeff Wittig getting a step. Wittig tries to go airborne and tried to tuck that short side, but O'Toole closed that off. Wittig does a good job to collect his own rebound, give the offense a fresh 30 to work with. Just underway here if you're joining us. Of course, this a makeup game from a postponement a few weeks back. Gavin Tebow looking for Wittig inside. They couldn't connect. Ball still loose. Tebow picks it up, shovels it. Ward, good pass off the post. Zavitz. Rebound, gobbled up and moved up by the Riverwolves, and they'll get it over the timeline and set things up. Woodland. He'll look to zip it down. Keep an eye out there for Jordan Durston as well, as Pavic tried to unleash that. Woodland keeps it inside. Simonelli's shot goes off his own player, and ball still loose. Shot clock violation, so both teams playing some tight defense early on. We are at the 12.5-minute mark here, opening quarter. Gage Board, of course, he leads this Express team. They struggled in the first half of the season, but they sure have come on late, riding a 4-game win streak. That pass looking inside, couldn't connect. Good job as Thompson goes for the dunk and completes it. Great job by Darcy Thompson as he used the long arm of the law to tuck that in from behind the net. First of the game, 7th goal of the season for Thompson, and the Express with a 1-0 lead. Of course, the head coaches for both these two teams, for Brampton, Jeff Dowling is the man in charge. His assistants, Kevin Haynes, Todd Wilfong, Brock Boyle, and Ryan Campbell. And on the other bench, of course, a familiar face, Jamie Dubrick, the head coach. He's there with Mark DeBrone, filling in for Chris Driscoll, who is also an assistant and has been for the duration of Dubrick's tenure. Hard hit there by Duncan Cart with the extra E, and Jonah Beam now will weave his way in. Chance here with numbers. Beam tucked it, tried to tuck it far side, goes off. A gift right back, and a big save by O'Toole. As you saw, a golden opportunity there for Penn Estrat back in the lineup for the Express, and once again missing Mitchell Jeffroy, one of their outstanding players. Tyler Brown tried to let that go. Rebound. Looking inside was Luke Robinson, was trying to shovel that over to Brown. Of course, Mitchell Jeffroy, one of the big pieces to the Brampton puzzle. Sorry to see him with the knee injury. We hope he has a speedy recovery. Penn Strat will certainly help fill the void for the Express as they continue on their road to try to get back to where they were last year and some. Jake McNabb, keep an eye on him, another one of the leading scorers for this Brampton team, looking inside. Hovers around that crease area. Tebow, 5 on the shot clock. He's going to have to get it on target. Too much bounce, wide of the mark. McNabb's going to leave it. And Tebow went down. I'm not sure if he may have tweaked the ankle. Hunter Agus, in the meantime, between time. He'll give way to Woodland. Woodland will wait for the rest of the offense. That includes their captain, Kyle Dawson. Dawson isolated on the left side, working with Woodland. Durst in the screen. Dawson can't find anyone. Chased out by Board. Going to be some work here. Simonelli does a good job just to keep it on the side, but here comes Battersby. Dawson Battersby has put together a fine season. Board. He's going to let that go. Good save, O'Toole. Rebound, picked up. Fresh 30, Board again, dump in, down low, and Searle just missed that far corner. Took a hard hit, no call on the play, and no reset. 20 on the shot clock. Board. He'll turn the corner. O'Toole with a good save there. He's going to pick that up, look for an outlet, and he'll find Dari Newbro, and Newbro will look to move it up, and he does to Rex. Just over 9.5 to go here, opening quarter. Thanks for tuning in here on a rare Thursday evening. As these two teams in the first of a home and home, they will be at it tomorrow night as well, Friday, at Brampton Memorial Arena. That one steered aside by Campbell. Loose ball, Rex, fresh clock now. Paris looking inside. Brown fishes it out. And downtown Tyler Brown. Did he ever pick the shortest of short sides there? And we are all tied 1-1. Tyler Brown, of course, acquired at the trade deadline from the Six Nations Snipers, picks up his 9th goal of the season, and we were here for Brown's first game with the Riverwolves, and 3 games later, he has certainly found his comfort zone on it with Jamie Dubrick and company, and that's always a good thing to see. And Van Scheppen, who probably would have scooped up that loose ball anyway, takes a check. And the Riverwolves now hold on to it. Van Scheppen's going to weave in. Van Scheppen ducks back in again. Switch hand again. Oh, big save there. Scooped up, though, and a good job. Woodland for point blank. Stopped by Nagy. Oh, Nagy, baby. Getting the job done. And that was one of the reasons the coaching staff was so happy to see Nagy show up. Get the start, as what he brings to the table, he's a momentum changer. Simonelli ducks in, looking inside, and couldn't connect with Pavic. Simonelli, good job, scoop it up, Durston. So if you see Durston out there and Pavic, they look very similar stature-wise. Both can shoot the ball a ton. And Brampton, good job on defense. They'll work it in the offensive end. It's Estrat. Tough pass, good swim move, and able to create some space as Thompson. Zavit's going to swing it around to McNabb on the right. McNabb lets it go. That goes off the post. Rebound gathered by Thompson. They'll work one more time with a full clock. Ward ducks through 2. Tried to get through 3, but lost it before that, and back the other way come the Riverwolves. Jonathan McConvey having himself a fine season, doing a lot of those intangibles. Andy Campbell flowing out late, will work it to Dawson. Dawson isolated on that left side with Battersby. Thompson working him over, but Dawson relentless in his attack. Number 19, 2-1 Paris. It's one of the reasons why Dawson has the C on his shirt. That's his 18th goal of the season, but it's never about a lack of effort with Kyle Dawson. He always gives you everything he has. And, of course, being one of the big offensive weapons on this Paris team, finds himself marked pretty tightly on a regular basis. 7.5 to go here in this first quarter. Off the draw, McDonald had a head of steam going, but some good defense closed that down. Beam, he'll swing it around. And the Express will go back to work on offense now with Chellin. Chellin kick back out. Wittig, they'll work it now. McNabb. Wittig, he'll take that. That's blocked. Race now. Eric Lemaire overran it, but Van Scoop Sheppin right there behind him to back him. He's got Lemaire with him. He'll pull back up, wrong stick side, so the odds not in his favor, but Simonelli now. So Van Sheppin will stay out there on offense. He'll work his wrong stick side for now, and he'll swing it around Durston. Give him that room. He'll let it go. Nagy, good shoulder shrug, makes a save. Brampton gets it. Nagy provides that extra insurance on the screen, and here comes Martin now. 2-on-1. Brampton. Martin wrong stick side, so O'Toole read that well. And with 6:26 to go, that will take us to our first officials timeout. Timeout, Curtis Woodland will leg it up over the timeline and jumpstart the Paris offense, working out there with Luke Robinson, Josh Rex on that right side. Kyle Dawson, Andy Campbell on the left. Give and go, beauty play, but a big save by Nagy as Woodland, point blank, had a golden opportunity, but not this time around, still 2-1. McDonald, he'll swing it on that, teetering on that timeline. Zavitz now. And that flip careless to Ward. And a good job to jump in the mix. Dawson Brown, but a better job, and that's going to be a penalty. And, well, that's the thing. I mean, just because it's accidental doesn't mean it's not a penalty. So a trip is a trip. Brown's going to head to the penalty box. First power play opportunity of the game belongs to the Express. They come in working at a 55% efficiency rate. Paris has killed off 49% of their man-short situations. So first time today, you see the units. Zavitz is going to interchange, working with McNabb and Cam Mancini on that right side. Big shot there from Tebow. And a rebound gathered. Another chance now as McNabb changes the angle. Finds the mark. Jake McNabb with a power play marker ties this game at 2. And that's one of the things that Jake McNabb brings to the table, among other things, of course, that being his 28th goal of the season. Just his ability to shoot from a number of different angles. He uses the defenders very well as a screen. And a lot of times his release point is hidden until the very last second. That makes it tough for the goaltenders to pick it up early. Off the draw. Brown. He'll kick that back out, and they'll slow it up, send it over. One Brown, and now downtown Brown, working with Simonelli. We're at the 5-minute mark here. Opening quarter, 2-2. Simonelli ducks in, far side, wide of the mark. Rebound. Cart, and Cart goes in hard. Bounced out. Durston, no. Shot clock violation, so good job by Cart. Killed just enough time, created just enough of a distraction to get a shot clock violation. Now Thompson go to work left side half boards. Looking for a screen. Gets one from Ward. Can't do much with it. Zavitz tried to play the carom. Instead, Malcolm Ford ahead to Newbro. Newbro had it pop out of his pocket. Fighting for it. Gets it back. Newbro, right stick side. He'll try to duck in. Flip over. Nothing doing there as the defense had closed up. Curtis Ward, a good job in coming back. And now Matthews. He'll get it over the timeline. Good hesitation. Has a step. Fakes the flip. And curls out. Mancini has some room. looking to duck in, gets pushed right back out, swings it around McNabb. He'll size it up. Van Scheppen on him. McNabb swims his way closer, diving in, stopped by O'Toole. And O'Toole now will pick it up, and a good outlet pass just though out of the reach of Brown. Brown recovers, flip, and Luke Robinson will set things up. Robinson has been outstanding for the Riverwolves. 50 points so far this season. Campbell's shot, easy save for Nagy, and the Express now pick it up. They'll flip and move it up. Under 3.5 to go. Searle, he'll swing it around, and Ward, they'll work that left side. Thompson. Chullen, 10 on the shot clock. Thompson way out. Offense got to go to work. They got Zavitz. He's got room. Zavitz. And he went right through the crease, so easy call there. Good defense by the Riverwolves. Now it's Hunter Agus. Agus looking for someone. Has Simonelli. Finds Simonelli in the middle. He'll think better of it. They'll zip it down. Work it to Agus. He'll stay out there and play some offense. Durston way out. Gets a screen from Brown. Flip off. Almost intercept Gage board. Good job by Simonelli. And that one is picked off, though, and it's McDonald now. Was a 3-on-2. Good defense, though. So 3-on-3. Wittig's coming in late. Board zips that across, but Van Scheppen got a stick in the passing lane, and now's got it. He's going to move it up. Luke Van Scheppen, boy, he is valuable. Wrong stick side. Looking to curl back. Looking for some help. He'll peel back out. Hold on to it as long as he could. Didn't get any backup. Matthews overran it. Rex didn't. And now Pavic will slow it up. Curtis Woodland from way out. And I tell you, Lucas Nagy would love to have that one back. Very uncharacteristic like of him, but not so much 44 for the Riverwolves, as he has been doing that all season long. 24th goal of the season for Curtis Woodland. And a 3-2 lead for the home side Riverwolves. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Off the draw. So if you notice, Paris doing a good job in that face-off circle with Brett Hansor missing Mitch Gustafson, who is usually dominant for the Riverwolves in taking draws. So not a bad fill-in. Simonelli, Robinson. Robinson had a big game last week, put up 5 goals. Dawson gets chased out. Estrat inside. Robinson point blank, but time had just expired on the shot clock. Brampton dodges a bullet. They'll look to move it up with Searle. Tebow. Tebow now looking to make a move, dumps it down. Ward gets a step. Tried to tuck that far side, but looked like Hunter Agus was all over him. McNabb can't do much with it. Time was running down anyway, and Van Scheppen will move it up. Into the final minute here of the opening quarter. That one gets tossed away, and Matthews going to try to split two. Doesn't. Battersby backs him up, and he'll move it up the board. Gage Board. 3-on-3 now. Board will peel out, let the numbers even themselves out, and work it to Zavitz. McNabb. McNabb with room. Can't get any. Got something on it. Couldn't find the net. 6 on the shot clock. Board. Dump in. Zavitz couldn't connect. McNabb on the run and intercepted. Here come the Riverwolves with 18 seconds left in the quarter. Don't have a lot of time. Dawson, 10 on the game clock. Durston curls. Durston dumps it. Woodland shot stopped by Nagy. And Nagy's going to hold on and let it rip. Try to go for that empty net as he rings it off the post. Time would have gone, but for the first 15, very entertaining 3-2 Riverwolves. We'll be back with the Set to go for second quarter action, as these two teams have been going toe-to-toe, blow for blow. In the opening 15 off the draw, Newbro had his stick taken away, but Van Scheppen eludes a check and comes away with possession for the Riverwolves, and they'll set things up now with Woodland. Curtis Woodland. Quick swing around, quick shot there, and good save as Josh Rex. Rebound picked up. Good job there by Robinson. Bounce shot finds the post. Robinson again there to collect the carom. Simonelli, he'll swing it around. Woodland, they'll work it left side. Woodland ducks in, changes the angle, but Nagy closed up shop between the wickets. And Brampton now will look to move it up the other way. Good grab there as McDonald had to go up high and pull that one down. Ward. He's going to dance his way back to his right stick side. They'll kick it to Zavitz. 10 on the shot clock. On the screen and roll. McNabb in alone. McNabb, and I think McNabb maybe one fake too many. No reset. Gets the rebound. Shovel. Zavitz lost it, though, and so a chance goes to the wayside. 2-on-2. Hustling out of the bench. Almost got the pass was Pavic. Instead, Matthews tied up, and the speedster comes away with it. Matthews with a head of steam as Malcolm Ford slowed him up a bit. And Matthews now will wait for the rest of the offense. Taking a while to get out there. They'll work it on the half boards. Whittick sets a screen. Put a lot on it. Ward lets it go. Almost slipped it through, but good job by O'Toole. He closed up shop just when he needed to. And now Paris will work it into the offensive end. Campbell. One-on-one. Big man's a whole handful. Simonelli ducks in. Looks for the screen roll. Robinson slides it in. Beauty job by Luke Robinson. And again, there's going to certainly be penalties here, as Robinson picks up his 28th goal of the season, first here, and with the new face mask rules in effect here in the Arena Lacrosse League, you can bet there'll be extras there, as you saw clearly. A couple of face grabs. That goal gives Paris a 4-2 lead. And we'll see what happens here, as it looks like Durston's going to go for sure. And that looks like Jordan Medeiros over there, and he too. So it looks like we'll go 4-on-4 coincidental roughs. No fast face mask on the play, at least according to the officials. Got to remember, every game, every penalty is reviewed by the league, and depending on the situation, can always be changed or things added on. Newbro, careless on the flip. Searle has Estrat with him in the rush. Searle, good hesitation. Searle goes in. Good save, O'Toole. Tebow's going to pick that up, and Brampton now is going to be able to set things up. Lots of room out there, 4-on-4. Searle off the crossbar. So he had O'Toole at his mercy, but couldn't beat the iron. Kick back out, McNabb. Agus getting taken out. McNabb has Lemaire on him. Lemaire wraps him up. That's going to be a penalty for sure. So Lemaire knew it. That is going to send the Express onto their second power play of this game. They are 1 for 1. And we'll play 4-on-3 here. So when you take a look, a lot of green to operate. Expect the Riverwolves to be an inverted triangle playing defense. Looking to change that. It'll go from a triangle all around to a 2-1. And that shot stopped by O'Toole. Now Van Scheppen on his horse. Van Scheppen Bodied by Zavitz, but Van Scheppen stiff arms him off. Has a man with him. Van Scheppen tried to go short side, but a good pad save there by Nagy. Paris has it, though. They will hold up with Robinson on the half boards. Woodland now has some room. Woodland beats one. Takes a hard hit by Wittig. Wittig closed that door. McNabb on the move. The outlet. One-on-one with Agus. 11.5 to go. 33 seconds left in the coincidentals. Coming out late. Zavis, wrong stick side. Works it. Wittig. Wittig now. He's got some room. He's going to step into one. That one wide of the mark. Going the other way. Agus, he's going to get a breakaway here. Hunter Agus. Agus, the bounce right off the logo off the chest. So Nagy didn't give Hunter Agus a whole lot, and quickly Brampton will move it up. Dying seconds now with the coincidentals. We'll quickly go to 5-on-4. Chellin. McNabb shot in. You could see that was going 5-hole. Penalties over now. Brampton now on a power play for 30 seconds. But in the meantime, between time, the Riverwolves will look to burn it. Durston, he's going to keep it out there, and they're going to let that clock tick right down. Matthews on him. Got to be aware, Durston, he will try it. If it's a possibility, he'll try it. As you saw there, nothing doing. Back the other way comes Battersby. Good fake there, and he'll bring in the offensive end. Penalty over. Team's back to full strength now. Just over 10 minutes. Wittig. That one goes off the defender's helmet. Wittig reacted late, but managed to slow things down, and that's exactly what you want him to do. Jonah Bean tried to keep that in. No over and back, but time couldn't get reset. It was touched going there, and that was the call. Paris now with possession. I think that these coaches used to complaining about a whole lot, but there hasn't been a whole lot to complain about up to this point. Robinson, quick shot right on. Nagy has read the scouting report. I tell you, it's Penestrat now. Got ahead of steam. Danger, danger here, 74. And good to have him back running around on the carpet here in the Arenalacrosse League. Swing around Tebow, left side. Zavitz gets a screen. Chased over. That one's deflected and tipped away. Newbro with Ford. Ford and Newbro. Newbro moves it up. Backdoor. Has a man. Zipped across. Robinson stopped by Nagy. And through the crease will give possession right back to Brampton. And Alec Tomas will move it up over the timeline. So a good chance there. Good transition lacrosse. But the goaltending up to this point has been stellar. That one knocked down by Lemaire. Lemaire, Tomas on him. Lemaire leans in, goes to the side, and yes, Tomas will be saddled with a penalty. And I think we're going to have a penalty shot here, as you saw Tomas put both hands around Lemaire, and I assure you there was no hugging involved. 8:46 to go, and it'll be Eric Lemaire with an opportunity here to extend the Paris lead. So here we go. Eric Lemaire, Lucas Nagy. And he scores. So wasn't Lemaire, it ended up being Luke Robinson, and Robinson couldn't have been any more casual than that as he rolled in and buried his second of the game, and it's a 5-2 lead. So my apologies to Lemaire. I thought it was him taking a shot, but it was really Luke Robinson. And no offense to Lemaire, but that's not a bad trade if you're Paris as far as Goal efficiency goes off the draw. Jonah Beam. Beam in transition shot and scores. So big play by Jonah Beam. Big answer by the Express. And they trim the lead now to 5-3. So the importance of having a good draw man and the importance of transition lacrosse on display here. Beam with his first goal of the season. And if you watch Jonah Beam, you know he's a defensive player who works transition, and it just goes to show you he's got more than just defensive capabilities. Newbro has his stick chopped down. Picked up, and the Riverwolves now will look to move it up. We're under 8.5 to go here in the second quarter. Lemaire. He'll put on the brakes. Backdoor. Tyler Brown, shovel, and a little behind Robinson. Robinson hustled, but he went through the crease. And possession now to the Express, and Duncan Cart with the extra E. He'll move it up over the timeline. And now Carter Zavitz. Brampton looking to try to chip away, down by 2. Wittig. McNabb. And that pass, ill-advised, 10 on the shot clock. Wittig, he'll turn the corner, barrel his way through, puts his shoulder down, again twice, leans in, has his stick checked. Tried to get it to Zavitz, but time winds down, and possession belongs to Paris. Good defensive stance. Simonelli. Dawson will swing it around, working it downtown. Brown turns the corner. Brown steps into one, finds the mark. Feeling it today. TD in the house. It's 6-3. Second of the game for Tyler Brown. A big one with 7:18 to play here in the second quarter. So pretty safe to say that Tyler Brown, happy with his new surroundings. I know that Jamie Dubrick was pretty happy to pick him up at the trade deadline, as that one will go up, stay in play, and it's going to be Thompson now to work it over the timeline. Him and Tomas. They'll swing it through. When I had a chance to speak with the Brampton coaching staff prior to the game and asked them what's been the difference. They struggled early on, but they've put together 4 straight wins, and it was really a simple answer. It was, we're staying out of the penalty box. As Agus now going to try to run under one. But Medeiros, speedy in his own right. Good job to get back and put a wrench in that plan. He said that discipline was the key, and as soon as they stopped getting those untimely penalties, they started to win some games. So funny how that happens. Stay out of the box, play 5-on-5, and your team has a good chance. McNabb, quick shot, gets his own rebound, fresh clock. McNabb looking to turn the corner again. That's interference, and that is going to take us to our officials' timeout. Ready, set, go after our officials' timeout. Woodland to inbounds, and the Riverwolves to work on offense. Leading by 3. Woodland gets a screen, ducks in on one, rolls, spins, and loses it. Good defense there as Tomas did everything he could. Cart now picks it up, and a quick pass out to Martin. On his horse. Kalen Martin, he'll hold up and give way now. McNabb will get where he should be as they set the offense now with Zavitz. Tebow, way out. Thompson out wrong stick side. 5 on the shot clock. Gonna have to do something. Zavitz. And good cross-checking defense there. Close that opportunity off, and Paris looking like the third-place team they are here. They've been playing great, riding a one-game win streak. But Penestrat Great job. Board scoops that up. Good job forcing the turnover now, and Brampton with a little pep in their step here. Board, late. Quick shot, and in the back of the net. Cam Mancini filtered out late to pick up his second goal of the season. And a timely one closes the gap to 6-4 with just over 5 minutes to play. Good job by Mancini sliding into that opening, coming off the bench, and came off. No one covered him. Took that right in the middle of the dotted half circle area and made no mistake with a good hard shot. Beam off the draw. Gets some help, him and Medeiros, but a good job by Lemaire to knock that back. Carto will gather it. And Brampton now will set it up, see if they can build on that last goal, get some momentum going here. 4:45 to play, first half. Tebow swings it out, Chellin. Mikhail on the flip looking for McNabb, couldn't make a connection. Back the other way. Good job legging that up, and was Brett Hansor, and he'll curl back out, and he'll give way. So a job well done. Guys doing what they're supposed to out there. Down low, but a chance, and Robinson again rung it off the crossbar, went through the crease. Brampton possession. Matthews. Good hesitation move, but he's on his wrong stick side, so it would be a tough shot to take. Matthews, though, he'll look to duck back in, and you can see good defense there to force Matthews right back to the wrong side. Shot right on, good save by O'Toole. Rebound picked up, and it's Searle. He'll curl back around. Brampton will go back to work again. Wittig, swing around Zavitz. Zavitz shakes the defender. That shot right on. Wittig not liking the way he got treated over there, as took exception to Curtis Hall, and behind the play there'll be a little something going on for sure, as I'm not quite sure if Wittig let it go or not, because it's going to be a slashing call. And sure enough, it'll be Jeff Wittig heading to the penalty box. And for the first time in this game, the Paris Riverwolves will go to work with a man advantage. 49% efficiency rate there, power play. And on the flip side, Brampton has killed 49% of their penalties. Durston has room. He's going to change the angle. Nagy closed up all angles. He'll look for an outlet, and it's Estrad. Estrad had a notion, but Board was heading to the bench. And Estrad now over the timeline, and he'll look to burn at least the rest of this 30 off here. Some familiar names missing from this Brampton lineup today, including Sam Jerminski, of course. Keegan White not in the lineup. Andrew Horsley, another one of those guys, does a lot of work. Durston, he'll take his time with that. He'll look for an opening. Him and Wooden. Wooden at the top, lets it go. Nagy the save, and that's the whole MO for Brampton, as they'll try to keep those shots well outside of that dotted half circle, and they figure Nagy will be able to handle anything that's that far out. As long as he can see it, he can stop it. Dawson, Woodland, two-man. Out late, Robinson. Woodland is going to step into that one over the net. Dawson scoops that up. No reset. 10 on the shot clock. Woodland has room. Underhand right on. Simonelli will get that. 35 seconds left in the penalty. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. Dawson's shot. That's a caught the post, so a reset, but trouble here. Good job by Robinson, as Board was gone, still down there. Lemaire's going to have to make up ground one-on-one with Gage Board. And Van Scheppen's going to jump in the rush defensively. Sent over. Thompson stopped, though, by O'Toole. O'Toole will look to counter. 5 seconds left in the Wittig penalty. And Agus now will wait this one out here. Woodland, under a minute and a half. Durston snaps it across Simonelli. Hesitation. Simonelli tried to bounce it, couldn't beat Nagy. Ball loose, and it goes up to Matthews now. Matthews. Penalty over, teams back to 5-a-side. Out late, but that pass behind Thompson. And a good job to gather it and regroup by Ward. McNabb had a notion, gets pushed out by Ford. Ford's still on him. I tell you, Ford's a handful. That shot well wide of the mark. Rebound, Thompson, and just at the buzzer. So Paris now will look to answer. We're under a minute now, 45 seconds left in the half. Robinson's shot, didn't get through. Rebound, quick stick finish was a beauty. Downtown Tyler Brown with his third of the game. Big goal for the Riverwolves with 41.6 seconds left in the half. And how quickly things can turn around. A couple of good opportunities for Brampton. Couldn't capitalize at the other end. Back come Paris. And they do to restore that 3-goal cushion. So if you're Jamie Dubrick, you certainly want to take a 3-goal lead into the locker room. Ball loose. And Jonah Beam has had himself a fine first half. He'll zip that across, but McDonald was going out. Instead, though, it's picked up and it's board. So 3-second differential. Game and shot clock. Estrat will hold it. 15 on the game clock. Coming out late. Ward. He'll duck back in, get a screen. Estrat zips it. Tebow couldn't handle the pass. He's going to go for a run, go for a dunk. Great back butt save by O'Toole. As he twerked his way to a save, that will do it. 30 minutes in the books here at the ILA. 7-4 Riverwolves. All set to go here for third quarter action. Very entertaining opening 2 quarters between the Riverwolves and the Express. Of course, these two teams sitting third and fourth respectively in the standings. And this a makeup game. It will be the first of a home and home tomorrow night, Friday night. These two teams will meet at the Memorial Arena in Brampton. Off the draw, Beam is going to pick that up. He'll look to turn it the other way, and Brampton will look to control first possession here in the third. Board will survey. They'll work it. Him and Ward, and they'll swing it back around to McNabb, Jake McNabb. 7 on the shot clock. McNabb dump off, looking for Zavitz, can't connect. Zip over and off the crossbar midair as Ward had good hang time. Just couldn't pocket that into the mesh. Ward looking for an opening, turns the corner, feeling it, dumps it behind the net. Karam, and it's Zavitz. Good spin move. He'll spin it back out. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Gage Board gets a screen. Dump off. Ward in alone. Curtis Ward finds a far corner and buries his first of the game. So you got to be impressed with what Curtis Ward brought to the table there. Good effort. Had a couple of good scoring opportunities, but the one that he finally buried was his best opportunity. But the key there was to remain calm and poised. And he did, work in one-on-one against O'Toole and beat him low far side. 7-5, so Brampton strikes first here in the third. And off the draw again, Jonah Beam, he has been tough in that draw circle. And Cart now will move it up, and it's Chullen. McNabb has some room. Van Scheppen on him. McNabb will get the overhand go. That'll go up, stay in play. Thompson will gather, no reset. 6 on the shot clock. Chullen swinging around. McNabb looking, dumps it off, looking for Wittig, can't. Tebow back to Wittig, but not a whole lot of clock awareness, and one pass too many. Don't get a shot off, and back comes Agus. Agus can't see Wittig hovering behind him. Good effort by Wittig, who clearly took some exception and has been taking exception this entire first half. On the run, bounce shot, Woodland. Wide of the mark, gathers his own rebound, zips across Simonelli. 10 on the shot clock. Kick out. Dawson. That one's blocked. Rebound, Woodland, stopped by Nagy. How about Lucas Nagy closing the door on that one? And Brampton now will look to move it up. They do with Ward. Ward has had the ball in his stick plenty this game. Certainly in the first half, gives way to Zavitz. They'll move it around. Mancini ducks in, looks for the flip, fakes it. He'll come right around and go with a shovel right off the face mask, and Eric Lemaire will counter the other way. Lemaire, he'll pull up. Dawson will set it up. Swinging around, Andy Campbell, one-on-one. Campbell lets it go. Gathers his own rebound. That'll be a reset. Thompson working him over. Campbell uses his size. Goes for the shot. Steered aside by Nagy. Ball loose. Board, though, runs under it. Races around. Here comes Brampton. Got a man in a rush in Estrat. Board. Off two, but a big save by O'Toole. And that's going to be an interference call. We'll give possession to Brampton. They'll have a fresh clock to work with. So the Express have come out here in the third with a little momentum working on their side. Tebow. He'll slide back to the left, kick it over to the right. Estrat. Swing around. Thompson. Tebow on the run. Good ball movement by the Express. McNabb. Set up. Gets a screen from Chellin. Kick over Tebow. 5 on the shot clock. That was headed for the corner. Tebow picked up his own rebound, but took a hard hit, and that's going to be a penalty. That was just a little too high. And we'll see who the guilty party is, but looks like it's going to be McConvey, and it is. So Brampton, 1 for 2 in the power play heading into this one, will go to work with a man advantage for the third time in this game. So a chance here to close the gap, trailing by 2. They've already parked 1. They were trailing by 3 at the half. So Zavitz, he'll start at the top, interchange. They'll work that around, work both sides with Wittig. Tebow, he'll inch his way in. Wittig will try to duck in. His twister stopped, though, by O'Toole right in the pad, and O'Toole will let it rip. Agus will try to run under this one. Hunter Agus fighting for it, but it's Nagy that comes away with it, and Medeiros now will move it up over the timeline. 1.5 to go in the penalty. So Tebow out there with Wittig, Mancini, McNabb, and Zavitz. The power play unit for the Express. Wittig tried to go 5-hole with the underhand. Stopped, though, by O'Toole. And he'll loft this one a little softer, and it'll fall into the basket for Lemaire. Pavic, he'll slide over. Minute left in the man short. He's going to have to dump that off. Woodland, good area. Woodland, head of steam. Curtis Woodland, wrapped up and stopped, though, by Nagy, as Nagy stuck out that right arm, made it look easy, and that wasn't an easy save to make. Just over 40 seconds left in the man advantage. See Brampton taking a long time to attack that net, as you can see. So Tebow changed that. Thought right away with a good bounce shot, 5-hole, and it's a 7-6 game. Second power play goal of the game for Brampton. Tebow with his 14th of the season, first here today. And we're back to a 1-goal game. So whatever the talk was in the change room, Jeff Dowling and company seems to have inspired the troops here with just under 10 minutes to go in this third quarter. Off the draw, this time Paris controls its Newbro. Dari Newbro over the timeline, but he's teetering and almost got knocked back. So good job. Lemaire will settle things down, and Simonelli will work that right side. But deep into the shot count clock already. 10 on the shot clock. Simonelli. He's going to let it go. Wide. Rebound. Woodland. This time he's stripped, and Nagy will smother that, and a good outlet will send away Searle. Thompson. Thompson scored early in the first quarter, and now Cullen steps into one. That one stuck right to O'Toole, and a good outlet pass now. Paris. Andy Campbell trying to jump in the rush. They don't have the numbers. Robinson now. Dancing around, shoveled it toward the net. Rex, though, was going in the other direction, and instead it'll be Matthews. I like Matthews. He's always on the move. Board. Keep an eye. Brampton looking to attack now at all times. Zavitz gets a step, ducks through, goes to the bounce shot. Carter, Zavitz. We're all tied 7-7. Carter, Zavitz with just his fourth goal of the season, and I tell you, he's done a lot of work, and that was the first time his speed created an opening, and he did a good job, get off a good shot to beat O'Toole. So the first 3 goals of this third quarter belong to the Brampton Express, and we are tied. Haven't been tied since early in the first quarter. Off the draw, Cart. He's going to pick it up, scoot one direction, and head back the other way. Had it, lost it, knocked it over, and just got it in the nick of time. Zavitz fakes the shot. On the run, underhand. Zavitz peeling it. 8-7 Brampton. Talk about heating up. Carter, Zavitz, back-to-back goals. So the difference when the Express were setting things up and being very deliberate on offense, taking them a while to get into it, and they weren't getting multiple opportunities. They go to a bit more of an aggressive offensive attack, utilizing their transition weapons, and all of a sudden, 4 unanswered here to open the third, and now another possession. Gage Board dumps it over, and that one is stopped, though, by O'Toole. And a big save there as Penn Estrat point blank. And Paris now looking to answer. Seems like a while since Pavic and Brown have been on the floor. Campbell looking to duck in. Backhand. Dawson. 5 on the shot clock. Kyle Dawson, quick shot. No reset there. And that's going to be a violation. Will send Brampton away. So they hold under 7.5 to go here, third quarter. The Express have roared back for a 1-goal lead. Ward gets a screen from Tebow. Can't utilize it, though, on Lemaire. And he'll roll it over to Thompson, swing it around to Cullen. Ward's going to had an opportunity to take that shot. Instead, inside to Tebow, and what a matrix save there by O'Toole, and that will take us to our officials' timeout. Just over 7 minutes to play here, and Simonelli is going to get it over the timeline for the Riverwolves. They have been stymied 4 unanswered here by the Express as they've given a lead. Another turnover now, and Kalen Martin puts on the Jets. 1 to beat, takes the shot, and he'll get the rebound, and they'll try it again. Searle swinging around, and Gage Board now. Give and go, but that wasn't there. That's gone and went. And now quick pass ahead. We'll send away Agus. Agus has Van Scheppen with him, but they don't have the numbers. Brown jumps in a rush. 1-on-1. Agus spins. Goes to the bounce. Shot stopped, though, by Nagy. And I tell you, if you're a young goaltender out there, you watch the way Lucas Nagy positions himself, different shots, different pose, whether it's a bounce shot, could be a shoulder shrug, uses the gloves well. Ward goes down hard. Paris now the other way. Good job defensively by Tebow before he retreats. Connor Scott, job well done. Dawson now will work with Josh Rex. Rex trying to bull his way in. Robinson out late. Robinson ducks in, swing across Dawson. Dawson, 5 on the shot clock. Spins, lets it go right on. Stopped by Nagy. You see, down on the knees, basket ready. And he expected that low shot. That's what he got. And that's just a sign of a good netminder being able to read the shooters. Thompson. He'll look to try and turn a corner there. And diving, he finds the mark. So Thompson utilizes his size advantage, takes it strong to the net, and parks his first of the game. Now I'm going to stand corrected. That is his second, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a goaltender interference. It looks like they're reporting the goal, but so goaltender interference is the call. Just waiting to see if the goal counts. Is it a face-off or? So it looks like the case. The goal will stand. So Darcy Thompson will not only pick up his second of the game, but also pick up 2 minutes for goaltender interference. And we'll see if this is a good trade-off for Brampton. As Paris back to work, second power play opportunity, 0 for 1. Nine, 7. Woodland to the bounce, and he puts some on that. Ricocheted that off the carpet nicely. Another power play marker there first. And more importantly, puts a halt to that run by the Express. Woodland's second. He's got 25 goals this season for the Riverwolves. The only one ahead of him is Luke Robinson, who came in with 27 goals, now 29. And a quick flip. So 9-8 game in favor of the Express. Riverwolves working with Lemaire. Lemaire somehow gets out of that jam, gets it over. Campbell has Robinson. Robinson, though, cart on him. Pavic will filter out late. Robinson will look, and Pavic caused a whole lot and continue to cause a whole lot, and he will find himself with a couple of minutes to think about it in the penalty box. So Pavic's going to go. And that certainly doesn't help as well. Lemaire heading to the box as well. So we've got a delay of game and a dead ball foul. Of course, a dead ball foul is when there's an altercation that happens when the whistle is blown. And now there's going to be a bench minor, and there's going to be a penalty shot awarded. So I think Brampton now is going to get a penalty shot. Robinson doesn't go in the penalty box because the penalty shot will nullify that bench penalty. So the bench penalty means we're going to have our second penalty shot of the game, which you don't see too often. And it looks like it's going to be Jake McNabb, let me get it right this time, who's going to go up against O'Toole. So Robinson, I believe, is the one who got the penalty for barking. He's still barking over there on the bench. Here we go, McNabb, O'Toole. McNabb with a deadly twister. Oh, my. I'd like to say he didn't practice that, but that clearly looks like he has been honing that for a while. Made that look easy for his second of the game. And it's a 10-8 lead for Brampton. And Paris will still be 2 men short as we are just under 4.5 here in the third. So just goes to show you penalties can really change the course of the game. And in this case here, Paris not helping themselves, as not only did they get 2 penalties, but a third to give up a penalty shot. So here's Penestrat to work. McNabb, swing over, knock down, Newbro. Good job there, as they will reset now to work again. Swing around, Zavis, no look. Whittick goes upstairs, bottom corner. He went up to the top corner. The ball went to the bottom corner, and it's 11-8. So that will relieve Lemaire. Pavic still in the box, and 1:37 left in that penalty. So Brampton has a chance here to tack on another if they can be equally as efficient. They've got 4 power play goals in 5 opportunities. Efficiency rate is certainly going to go up. They came in at 55%, which is one of the best in the league. And that's only going to get better as Zavitz now will work it at the top. So to work here with just under 4 minutes to go, same usual suspects out there in Whittig and Tebow. Zavitz on the right with McNabb and Mancini. Tebow, Whittig, McNabb, he's been feeling it, and that one stopped by O'Toole. O'Toole will look, had a notion to get it to Van Scheppen. He'll air it out and put it in the corner. Good job to get open by Van Scheppen. Robinson almost snuck that in, almost got another, as Robinson with a good effort there. Nagy had to be on his game to make a couple of good saves. Matthews will work it up. They'll set things up now with just over 3 minutes to go. 40 seconds left in the power play. Zavitz zips it across, tried to quick stick finish Tebow. Couldn't find the mark, no reset. 6 on the shot clock. Zip pass on the skip. Red though, Paris now going to look to move it up just out of the reach of Van Scheppen. And right to Nagy with 15 seconds left here in the man advantage. So Ward is going to hustle up, see if they can't get a last chance here. Ward, McNabb sidearm, buries it. Another power play goal for Brampton. It's 12-8. So a costly stretch of penalties for the Riverwolves put them now down 4. An odd place to be. You look, Paris led 3-2 after 1, 7-4 at the break. It is now 12-8. So I don't have to tell you to do the math because you don't want me to do it. I assure you of that. That one goes up, and Paris now with possession, finally back to full strength. Van Scheppen has room, goes to the bounce, stop by Nagy. And it'll stay right here. Possession to the Riverwolves, and Van Scheppen, they leave him out there hanging, and Jonah Beam strips him. Beam will move it up to board. So clearly Brampton feeling it in this third quarter. In all alone, Chullen stopped though by O'Toole. Ball loose and picked up by Scott. He gets it taken away. Chullen now with board. Guys are certainly finishing their checks as Chullen, late defender and forward. Tebow, give and go. Ward, twister off the post. So Curtis Ward had another gorgeous opportunity. Newbro knocks it away, hustles his way under it. Great job, Dari Newbro. Just over a minute and a half to play here, third quarter. Paris needs something here to wreck the roll. The Express have been chugging along. Durston trying to duck in. Medeiros working him over. Durston in very close, very tight, but There's a whole lot of Nagy out there, so you need some room. Battersby thought about it. He'll give way. Searle now. He'll work it with Wittig. Searle steps into that one, airmails that. Battersby fighting for the rebound. He gets taken into the boards, rolls out, and looking. No reset, 8 on the shot clock. Wittig shot wide of the mark. Ball loose, good job to chop and go. Under a minute now to play. That'll be possession to Paris. Curtis Woodland now, 45 seconds left in the quarter. Pavic. Simonelli tried to go to the bounce. That went up and over. Woodland tried to corral the rebound. Gets all tied up, and Cart's going to go. Strong arm of the law as he wrapped up Woodland, and now 22 seconds left. Stepping into it, Campbell. Andy, the big man, Campbell. Finding the mark for the Riverwolves. A big one with 20.6 seconds. Campbell with his 10th goal of the season, first here today, makes it a 12-9 game. More importantly, though, it gives Paris just a wee little bit of momentum here as we wind it down. But with 20 seconds left, plenty of time for Brampton to answer as they have put together an outstanding third quarter. Off the draw, scooped up. Tomas. He'll look, one-hand pass. McDonald, good job, Van Scheppen. Stripped, 10 on the game clock. Picked up Tomas, and he'll move it up. So Board now is going to have to hurry. 5 seconds. Board. He's going to get a shot off. He's got to take it, and instead it looks like Malcolm Ford, and I don't know who he's got his hands on, but you're in a bad position if Malcolm Ford's standing over you. And it's Tomas. And those two will roll around, and Tomas now will get a penalty with nothing on the clock. So 3 quarters in the books. The third ends on a pretty much a bonehead play, and it's a 12-9 game. Express in the lead, back with the fourth. To go for this fourth quarter, and it has been some kind of game up to this point as the Riverwolves led for the first 2 quarters, led at the half. Brampton has stormed back with a big third quarter. And they lead this one 12-9. They go to work with the man advantage. Their third power play opportunity, they're 1 for 2. Robinson with some room, moves it on. Durston can walk right in and picks the top corner. So one good power play deserves another, and taking advantage of a mental lapse by the Express are the Riverwolves. And give Durston some credit as he made that one look easy. His first of the game adds to his goal total of 9 this season. And we've got a 12-10 game. Gives you a prime example of when you lack discipline, how it can hurt your team, and important that you stay focused. And for the last 4 games, Brampton has done that. Gage Board. Newbro did a good job to close off the right stick side. Board felt him on his left side. You could tell that. And now Estrad. He'll give way. McNabb going to have to work to get to his stick side. 15 on the shot clock. McNabb on the target. Stopped by O'Toole. That one is a crease call. Late hit, though. Good piece of officiating by Mac Abbott. He was all over that. And no look pass. Quick stick stop by O'Toole. That goes up off the netting. Possession stays right here. 30 more for Brampton. McNabb, 2-goal lead. Flip inside as chance for Mancini. But he was stopped by O'Toole, and Agus now will move it to Van Scheppen. Van Scheppen caught Matthews on him. Van Scheppen fakes that, dumps it off, gets hit. Ball loose. Woodland helps him out. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for Robinson. Instead, it's going to go the other way. And good job by Adamson. He almost grabbed that with his glove. Instead, utilizing his speed, he'll work it. They'll kick it to the half boards in Zavitz. And a delayed penalty coming to Paris. Chelin. Nagy makes the long run to the bench. McNabb out with 6 on the shot clock. Need a quick shot, quick stick, and it slides in. So well executed by the Express. Zavitz on the receiving end for the 3rd time in this game. And that 3-goal cushion restored. It's now 13-10. So I don't know what the delayed penalty was, but it's null and void now. And based on the conversation that Mac Abbott's having with Malcolm Ford, it was probably on Ford. Just over 13 minutes to play here, 4th quarter. The 3rd and 4th place team here. This is the first of a home and home. Estrat tried to kick it off. It's intercepted, though, by Lemaire. Lemaire, backdoor. Bad pass, play the Karaman. There's way too many on the floor. Way too many. If you just stop right now, there's 6. So it'd be a hard argument, like trying to argue a photo ticket. You're guilty going in, and that's going to be the case. Too many on the floor for the Riverwolves. So Brampton 3 for 3 with the man advantage this half. They were 1 for 2. So back to work again for the 4th time in this half, and through the crease will give it right back to Paris. So Paris now will, if they can get it over the timeline, bad pass intercepted now, and it's McNabb. McNabb has Wittig with him. McNabb leaves it hanging out, but O'Toole read that. And an easy save, a little lob pass will send the Riverwolves over the timeline. 1.5 to go in a penalty. So they're going to leave McNabb down in the offensive end, and they'll look to work some clock here. Van Scheppen bounces off one, takes a bit of a high stick, ducks under. That was a nifty little duck in, tried to get the shot off, and talk about finishing the checks. Boy, Van Scheppen took a little extra there. And now Adamson. McNabb. Under a minute to go now in the man advantage. Brampton looking to extend this 3-goal lead. Zip it around. 10 on the shot clock. Mancini flipped it back. Ward will swing it around. Tebow went extra on the bounce, but all he found was Newbro. And good job there, Lemaire. I don't know how he's made of rubber, how he could even get out of there. Flips it ahead. Great job by Eric Lemaire. As a well-earned substitution. Great effort there by Lemaire. Quick back, it's Wittig. Wittig, quick shot off the crossbar. Oh, my, tricky. McNabb will swing it around. Sorry, Mancini swinging around to McNabb. Dying seconds now of the penalty. You see Wittig holding his stick out there wide open on the crease. Tebow again. Extra bounce stopped again by O'Toole. Agus. He's going to have to get the legs going. Instead, moves it out. Dangerous pass, but it falls neatly and nicely to Jacob Johnson. Johnson barrels his way in and keeps going, but stopped by Nagy. Ball loose. Riverwolves pick it up. And Robinson going to go for a bit of a run. Good hesitation. Kick back out. Team's back to full strength. Out late. Not a whole lot Rex could do inside. Pavic tried to go back to that side. Nagy said, not today. Rex, spin. Rex shot stopped by Nagy. Good hit by Pavic, but Brampton gets it out of there. Penn Estrat in alone. Estrat far side wide. Rebound Battersby. And he does a good job to hold it up. We're under 10 minutes to go here. That's through the crease. And it'll go up the other way. No sense arguing. It's too late. Campbell now will get it over the timeline. Riverwolves down by 3. Dawson, he's been quiet in this game. They have kept him bottled up pretty well on that left side. Campbell, he doesn't care. Right through a crowd, right on, and Dawson was going hard to the net, and it's crease ball, so Nagy will zip that up and board. Over the timeline, has McNabb, wrong stick side. McNabb, backhand flip, over across. Martin, his shot stopped by O'Toole. Close the doors on that opportunity, did O'Toole. Newbro finds a cutter and couldn't make the connection with Robinson. Good job, Matthews, to back up his netminder, and he'll bring it back up over the timeline. Matthews had a notion. He'll pull it back out, and too much going on as Tomas seems to be trying to stir the pot, and we're going to have a delay of game. And that's the case, and I think it's going to go to McNabb. And it's not just about touching the ball when the whistle blows. You can't impede on the opposition's progress, and that's what McNabb did there. Stepped in the way, and it's a delay of game. Paris now with their 4th power play opportunity. They're 2 for 3, and with just over 9 minutes to play, they could sure use one now, and probably best for McNabb to keep it quiet as we get the score fixed here. And Woodland now to work. Full power play opportunity here again. Behind the net dunk, and no one does it better than Kyle Dawson. I said, where have you been? And he stands front and center. 3rd power play goal of the game for the Riverwolves, but more importantly, cuts the deficit now to 2 with 9:12 to play. Just a good work. If you haven't seen Kyle Dawson in full effect, I tell you, he has mastered that behind the net crease dive dunk. He can fake to either side or come over the top depending on where the opportunity lies. So just what the doctor ordered for the Riverwolves, and off the draw, they flip it, but it goes to Estrad, and it's board. Chance to answer. Gage board on the money. Blink of an eye, right back at you. Gage board finds the mark. Board's first of the game, just his 7th goal of the season, but if you've watched this Express team, you know what Gage Board brings you. A whole lot of a whole lot. And now a 14-11 game, so 3-goal lead restored. And off the draw, Express will control. Remember this, of course, the first of a home and home. These two teams will meet again tomorrow night in Brampton for the back end. Zavitz. Skip pass across. Tebow. Zavitz almost out-faked himself. Kicks it over. Working with Ward. That was a tough pass for Ward with 5 on the shot clock. And Newbro gives him a little bump. And Paris now will move it up. Under 8.5. The deficit for Paris is 3. They have led by as many as 4. That pass way over the head of Brown and on his horse and gone is Martin. Kalen Martin goes to the bounce, finds the mark. A big transition goal for Kalen Martin and the Express. And they roll and now lead 15-11. Martin's first of the game, just his 3rd of the season. I say just because he is a transition defender. So don't always get a whole lot of opportunities to put the ball in the net. Took advantage of that one there. And the largest lead for the Express, now 4. Again off the draw, and give Jonah Beam some credit. Boy, he certainly has owned that circle, and that's the difference when you don't have a Mitch Gustafson tough in there, because possession is half the battle. Board. He's got Beam way out. Trailing now Estrat. Works it inside. Tebow off the post. And Tebow was wide open on that left crease. Now the Riverwolves will run it down. Got to go on the attack. Brown. This time it finds his stick. 7.5 to go. Campbell, wrong stick side. He'll still tee it up. And that'll find the gondola. As that will take us to our final officials timeout. Final officials timeout is in the rearview mirror now, and we are ready to roll here. So the Express now with possession and leading by 4. Zavitz will work it. They will start at half boards. Tebow kick it back. Ward at the top. Zavitz one-on-one with Agus. Blows by him and crease the call, but you see the speed in that step. Backdoor Robinson. Had to play it on a short hop. Robinson shot knocked down. Picked up. Good move, Medeiros. That was nifty. Gets it up to Martin. Martin will wait now, pull this one out. I like that, Jordan Medeiros. Good stick work there. As looked like he had left that thing hanging out for anyone to take. Tebow manages to gather 10 on the shot clock. Him and Ward work that left side. Zip it across McNabb, run out of time. 5 on the shot clock. McNabb's going to have to take that. McNabb goes to the bounce, stopped by O'Toole. That's going to go all the way, and Matthews, timing everything, comes right out of the back door, scoops it up. Fresh possession here for Brampton. Under 6.5. McNabb fakes the shot, ducks back in, changes the angle, but O'Toole had the basket right there. And he'll look now, outlet pass, and here come the Riverwolves. Needing a spark here. Just about heading into crunch time. And we already went through that. Crunch time 5 minutes, money time last minute. Matthews, the speedster, gets out of there, gets it ahead now. Mancini has board with him. Mancini's shot stopped by. Great save by O'Toole. He stuck out that pad. That was a beauty. Back come the Riverwolves with some life. Looking for something. That shot goes off a defender's helmet, Tomas, and it's Duncan Cart. Cart is going to go for a run. Has some help with him with Estrat. Cart with an extra E. He'll pull out, wait, swing it over, and just too much as Estrat went through the crease. So not the best execution in transition, but time on the side of the Express. The Riverwolves with some work to do. Durston, he's going to head out to the right side. Simonelli swings it around. It's Campbell. Campbell, he'll look to let it go, and he does. 5-hole. Rebound. Robinson stopped. I don't know how, but a great save, Nagy. Tomas now. He'll duck in. Back door. Waiting for the trailer. Tomas. Wide open. Tomas will pull back out. I don't know why he didn't take that shot. He was right in front of the net. Thompson trying to step it. That was a bit of a change-up knuckleball. And O'Toole had to do a little shimmy. Made the save, and now Durston's going to have to move it up. So time running low for the Riverwolves. Trailing by 4. No look pass. Inside twister. Beauty finish. I don't know how Dawson even got that one off. But talk about threading the needle. And finding Dawson one more time, the captain makes good for his third of the game. So with 4:22 to play, things just got a little more interesting. It's 15-12 in favor of the Express. See here if Paris can put together back-to-back goals and close this gap. Off the draw, violation will give Paris possession here. And we'll see if they can take advantage now. Simonelli. Dawson looking to turn the corner, can't. Swings it around, it's Woodland. Woodland ducks in, inside tight, and Dawson took a hard hit, took exception to that, and there was a whole lot going on in that crease area. And a late cross check will give possession right back to Paris. And I think Brampton's lucky they didn't come away with a penalty there, because it could have very easily been an illegal cross check in the back. And I stand corrected. They did get a penalty, and it's Duncan Cart with an illegal cross check in the back. So Paris, they've had 3 power plays in the second half. They've scored on all 3. This is their 5th overall. And a chance here to close the gap. They need one here. Time not on their side. Still in crunch time. Woodland. Durston inside. Simonelli right off the melon. Still laying in the crease, though, and Beam does a good job to keep him there as long as possible. Robinson. Simonelli. Woodland. Fakes it, changes the angle. Good job by Estrat. Estrat engaged board. Close that up at the top of the box. That one right on. Robinson scooped up and almost tucked in by Simonelli. Instead, it'll be possession to Brampton with 1:18 to go into power play. So they got some time to burn here, and Ward with Newbro on him. He'll have to do a little shuck and jive here, keep possession. He'll move it to the other speedster in Zavitz. We're under 3 minutes to play here. Zavitz. Brampton trying to steal one here at the ILA. Easy save for O'Toole, and now Van Scheppen with just under 50 seconds in the man advantage. Paris has got to go to work. They got to be there has to be some sense of urgency out there, as they just appear to be setting things up. Durston has some room, doesn't take that shot, looks to curl around. Estrat working him over. Woodland, wrong stick side, inside looking for Robinson. Ill-advised, 1 second left, aired out. So I'd say that was not exactly very good execution by the Riverwolves, as it took them a long time to get in that offensive set. And when you're on the power play trailing by 3 goals with just over 2 minutes, you got to hurry. Zavitz. And you'll need 2 if you're going to try to run him down. And Tebow blew a tire, and Paris now will pick it up with Lemaire. Move it up. We are at the 2-minute warning. Dawson. Penalty over to Cart. Teens back to full strength. Woodland tried to duck in, lost the handle. Durston picks it up, 10 on the shot clock, shovels it. It's picked off, though. And I tell you, Medeiros has had himself a fine game. He's been all over. Board. Backdoor. Wittig on the run. Couldn't catch it cleanly. And Agus now. Quick outlet. 1.5 minutes to go. Backdoor. Robinson. Back shot. Saved by Nagy. Smothered that. Robinson was sniffing the 5-hole, and Nagy took it away. Battersby and McNabb. Brampton will be in no hurry here, leading by 3. Wittig. 10 on the shot clock. On the roll, tried to flip. McNabb gathered, lost it. And McNabb will just flip that back, head back into money time. Final minute. Heading to the bench is O'Toole. Paris with possession, down by 3. Going to have to hurry, and I've said that for the last 3-4 minutes. But they're content on setting it up. Brown. Robinson, no look inside. Campbell, he's wide of the mark. Woodland, no reset. That one gets deflected. Dawson picks it up. He'll curl out. 35 seconds left in the quarter in the game. Brown shot stopped by Nagy. Scooped up by Campbell. Downtown, looking one more time. Campbell, inside. Dawson, point blank wide. Woodland had a handle, knocked it down, and that'll be an interference call. 20 seconds left, and shot clock will be off. Brown behind the net and in the crease. Matthews will pick it up and flip it, almost flipped it off his own goalie and into the back of the net. So a strange one there, but with under 10 seconds left to go here, that's academic as Brown will let that go, but how fitting. Nagy with that save, and then that one blocked. That will do it. 15-12, the final in favor of the Express. They improve their record to 6-5. The Riverwolves fall. For the first time in a while, they drop now to 7-4. We'll be back with the other half of the Home and Home tomorrow. On behalf of JVI Productions, I'm Lance Wynn. We will see you next time.